Welcome back, everyone. It is Monday, June 2nd. The MLB. Our three favorite plays are on the way, including a near plus 500 play. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. As always, it's Austin joined by Logan. Let's recap Sunday. Unfortunately, a 2 and 4 day. Units wise, more of like a 2 and a 3.5 days. The strikeout sheet did not get it done. Braves, Bryce Elder just sucked in the first inning, but then dialed it on in. So that was tough. Otani and Kwan didn't get hits. There's no one that respects Kwan less than Steven Kwan. I'm out. I'm out on him. He could bat 500 the rest of the year. I'm just out. That guy hates me. And then our other two picks did hit. Giants and Marlins over first five, and Suarez and D-backs both 2.5. They're under earned runs and over for team total. Logan, we need to dial in. It's a Monday. We need a big week today. We've been doing well in the first five total, so Logan's going to lead things off with a first five total. Logan, take it away. And today, instead of an over, we're going to an under. Where are we headed?
Yeah, hopefully the first five totals can stay hot. I mean, it's got to just keep rolling with what's been cashing for us. And yesterday got a little lucky there, hitting the 4 on the dot. I'm taking the Mets and Dodgers first five under 5, minus 115 odds on Bet365 is your best value there. Now let's talk about how this line is on other books. Next best odds minus 125 on Caesars, minus 140 on BetMGM. It is playable at 4.5. If you're like, Logan, my book only has 4.5. The best odds I can see for that, you would get plus value, play like plus 105, for the 4.5. But I wouldn't play the 5.5 at juice. I mean, that juice is like crazy, minus 170. I mean, if you feel like playing it, sure. But again, yesterday I kind of mentioned like 4 is more of a key number in the first 5 innings. But if I can get the 5 for like even odds, I'm gonna do the 5, of course, because there's push potential if they do land on 5. Let's talk about though why I like the first 5 under. Number one, I'm going against the trend, which in baseball, I don't mind going against the trend. The trend in Dodger Stadium is a million runs, and a million runs early, because we saw like that in that Yankees series. They brought out the juice baseballs for sure. I mean, I have no doubt about that. There were so many home runs, so many extra base hits. It was insane to kind of watch. This is a whole new series, and we get two starting pitchers that I think we can trust. Let's talk about Dustin May, Carrot Top, starting for the Dodgers, 4.2 ERA and a 1.24 WHIP for Dustin May. He's coming off a shaky start against the Guardians, which I don't mind kind of backing him after a bad start because that was on the road. But at home, he has a much better ERA, 2.96 ERA at home. So sub-3 ERA at Dodger Stadium. He knows how to pitch here, and I hope he can be pretty serviceable for us today. I really see a bounce-back start coming. Why? Because he's only allowing a 196 batting average with runners in scoring position, which is pretty solid. I mean, when the Mets stack up those hits on him, he knows how to get out of an inning, and that's what we're going to need today for cashing an under. Also, you look at the Mets offense. They haven't been the most potent versus right-handed pitching. Last 10 games, they're only hitting 228 versus righties. I'm not all that scared of that offense. There's a few bats in there that we want to obviously avoid, but I just think top to bottom, 1 through 9, Dustin May can have his way with them. And on the other side, it's going to be Paul Blackburn starting for the Mets, making the first start of the season. I don't mind that. For Paul Blackburn, we know the type of pitcher he is. He's a veteran. We've seen him a lot before. Last season, you got to go really pull his splits. He was tough on lefties, but reverse splits on righties. Well, looking at this Dodgers lineup, you ask yourself, who do you fear more? Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, or do you fear, Teoscar Hernandez and the Kike Hernandez, all those types of guys down there? I would rather him just be better on lefties, and that's what we're going to see today versus, versus this Dodgers lineup. Again, Freddie and Shohei can do what they do. That kind of seeing all those guys go hitless yesterday was weird, obviously, but Paul Blackburn should be able to be serviceable. Also, he's been clutch. He's been great in those clutch scenarios. A clutch scenario, if you want to go look at the stats, 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. He's only allowing last season he only allowed a .087 batting average. That was really, really solid for Paul Blackburn. Helped keep that ERA manageable because he had some really bad starts in there last year. I was kind of digging through it, but he's good at when he needs to get out of an inning, get that timely out. He's been getting it. Dodgers also hitting 250 over their last 10 against righties. Not crazy. They're not hitting 300. Nothing to be super scared about. They did obviously jack up that number in that Yankees series. But again, good bullpen arms can back up Paul Blackburn. He might not even make it 5 innings pitch. I have no idea what his pitch count is going to be, but I know there's some good bullpen arms behind him, which is why I can trust the Mets pitching staff to hold it down. I really do like the first 5 under. I think we're going to see a wild, swift or a swing of the pendulum back to the under in that series. So I do like that as my pick of the day. But Austin, what's your own one?
Yeah, I got to hit parlay, and then I have a long shot. We'll touch on the long shot in just 1 second, but I really do like this hit parlay. Yesterday, swing and a miss from Kwan and Otani. They could not get it done. Today, only one hit parlay. We need these to heat up for the season to turn around, and it starts with these two fellows. Logan touched on one of them. That'd be actually Freddie Freeman. We're getting him involved with Jackson Merrill. Now, Paul Blackburn last year had tougher splits on lefties. It was about around a 205 batting average. Prior to that, he had actually given up a higher batting average to lefties in his previous season. So who knows if really much changed there. I still think in his first start, there might be a little bit of rust. And honestly, it's more of just a betting on a Freddie Freeman to bounce back after a hitless game. He's only had one string of 2 straight hitless games this season. He's been so good against right-handed pitching. So I hope it's only a single and he doesn't ruin Logan's pick. Hopefully it's in the first inning. Shohei gets out, Teoscar gets out, then Freddie just gets a meaningless single. That would be ideal. More than likely, he's probably come up with runners in scoring position, so something's going to have to give there. But we've seen him, and I'll talk about Freddie. The guy's been just elite against righties, batting 400 versus righties this season. At home in general, batting 381. If you do righties at home, 438, which would be best in the majors. So he's just been crushing right-handed pitching. Jackson Merrill on the other side, he'll be in San Francisco taking on Logan Webb. Logan Webb is allowing a 284 batting average to lefties. Obviously, Merrill's the lefty. And against Webb, Merrill's seen him well, 5 for 7 lifetime. Merrill has a hit in 7 of his last 8. And something I looked at, surprisingly enough, he actually hit better on the road. Last year, he had a 326 batting average on the road. This year, it's 358. I don't know why he's hitting better on the road away from Petco Park, but I won't complain. Logan Webb, we know he's a ground ball guy, so he doesn't give up a ton of homers, but he will give up some hits, and his hits allowed line is 6.5, and I think Merrill contributes to that. So I look at this. Webb should give up a hit to Merrill, and hopefully Freddie Freeman can get a meaningless single or something like that. I really like this at minus 126. I'll take a stab on these two guys. If it doesn't come through, I'm probably out on hit parlays for a little bit, but I really like Merrill and Freddie. These are two guys hitting over 300 this season. They've both been really consistent. I trust them in pretty good matchups, in my opinion. Our third play, we're not going to track the strikeout sheet today. We might give it a couple days off. For whatever reason, it's 8-7 and it's lost the last few. So we'll give it a day off. Plus on a short slate, it's probably not worth tracking. Maybe we'll start tracking it if it gets heated up, but it seems to do better. Just like anything else, when we don't track it towards the record, Logan and I normally come to the screen with multiple leans. Those seem to hit, but any pick we make, an official one, doesn't seem to hit. I don't know how that's working, but that's been our season. This is a long shot. Let's talk about it. It is the Padres and Giants' first home run to be no home run. It's plus 475 on DraftKings. My friend Matty Chucks, if you follow him on Twitter, you've been seeing him smack these no home run parlays left and right. So I figured we'd take a shot at maybe getting some units back with the no home run parlay. Now you might be like, what the hell is this, Austin? To find it on DraftKings, here's where you go. You go to the game, the Giants and Padres game, and you go to the tab that says first of game. It should be the second tab underneath that, underneath that tab that says first home run. Obviously, there's like a solo, 2-run, grand slam, those type of things. And then the last one in there is a no home run at plus 475. Now, other books do offer this prop, so it's not like a DraftKings exclusive. You'll find it only for plus 280 on Bet365. FanDuel also has it, but I think it's only plus 270. So again, clear value taking it on DraftKings at plus 475, which I obviously love to see. I really think we got a shot here. We're only playing it for a quarter unit, so it's not like it's a full unit play. But a quarter unit to win back over a unit, I think we got to take a shot here. I mean, we got to be starting to take some good plus money to win back the units we've lost this season. And honestly, putting a quarter unit on a plus 475, I'll lose that all day. But we've seen Webb. We talked about him. We're fading him with Jackson Merrill, but Webb also not a guy that gives up a ton of home runs. In fact, he's pitched 32 innings at home. 1 home run allowed to his name. His outs line is 19.5, so they think he could go 7 innings pitched here. And he's an elite ground ball pitcher. We know that at home. The weather's always pretty favorable here in San Francisco for no home runs. It's a big field. It's a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. So I like him to go out there and pitch well. And on the other side will be Stephen Kolek, who's coming off a disaster class against the Marlins. But in that disaster class, he didn't give up a home run this season. Only 3 home runs. All of them came in one start, I think, against the Mariners. But this is a guy that's 92nd percentile in ground ball percentage. Now, he does give up some hard hits, but he's keeping them all on the ground, which we like to see. And if they want to get as many hits as they want, go for it. As long as he can keep them on the ground, I feel like we got a good shot here at a 7.5 total. Not a lot of runs expected at plus 475 here. I like it. I tried to look at some other books. Couldn't find if Caesars offers it. I don't think BetMGM does. If they do, let me know down below where to find it. But I do know that you have it on DraftKings, you have it on FanDuel, you have it on Bet365, which are three, pretty decent sized books. So we'll take a stab on that. No home run in the Padres and Giants game. If we can cash that one, we can turn this season around. But to recap the card, we have a quarter unit on that puppy. We have the first 5 Mets under 5. Again, there's some push potential there. If you can secure a 5, take it. And then we have the Jackson Merrill and Freddie Freeman hit parlay. Those are the 3 picks. Nothing else tracked towards the record. No strikeout sheet today, although we will be posting it to our Dub Club. So if you want to join that, get on in there. NBA returns in a few days. Let's cash that no homer play. Let's cash the hit parlay, and let's cash that first 5 under. Those are the picks. Let's go 3-0. And Logan and I will see you guys back on Tuesday with some more picks for Dinger Tuesday. See you guys then. Peace.